My name's JVN, JVN Delgado, aka JVN, 3 letters, easier to remember, aka the B-Town Bulldog, aka the H-Bridge Homie. No, just JVN, and some of my passions are really just about artistry. I think I find that a lot in my daily life, and I really haven't had a lot of time for the hobbies I would like to commit to. Recently I've been super busy just focusing on where I am, where I need to be, and everything in between. So that's a little bit about me, but not too much. Yeah, we're here up in my home studio, which is just a cooler way of referring to my bedroom. You know, I find a lot of comfort here, but it's also a place I'm trying to get out of, you know, because I'd like to experience unfamiliar things, unfamiliar places. And I think that kind of, I found myself in a bit of a loop creatively sometimes, and I'd like to break that and branch out a bit. Love for music. I know the first time I was probably like 13 or 14, and that was the first time I heard something and I was like, he really said something. Like, I don't know, music before, it was just what was on the radio, and I never liked what was on the radio personally. Even to this day, it's just a lot of nonsense sometimes, and just a lot of pop. And there was a lot of pop I did listen to as a kid, but once I had figured out how to find music that I liked, it definitely changed things. I remember when I was a little kid, I was waiting at the bus stop, and I looked on my phone because I didn't know how to find any music. I wanted to listen to rap music. I didn't know how to find any of it or any artists. And so I looked on the App Store, and I was like, rap radio channels, something silly. It didn't work, but worked out eventually. There was definitely albums before. One of the most vivid albums, though, in my mind, was definitely when Tyler, the Creator, dropped Igor. I think that summer was just very busy for me. So I would sit at work and I couldn't listen to music, but, you know, subconsciously my brain just memorized every single song. So I'd sit up there and hum it to myself and kind of, I don't know, just kind of, you know, entertain myself a little bit. I mean, and I was listening to other things before that. That's just very vivid for me. I was sitting at the top of a water slide, you know, kicking kids down it and just, you know, just having a good time. I think, you know, because I had listened to a lot of Monty Booker, and I was super unfamiliar with how he actually goes about doing what he does. I think he has a super unique style, and you know, just the feel for the rhythm is insane, and that absolutely opened my mind to other things, as well as somebody like JPEG Mafia, who, you know, it's incredible what he does, or what he has done for so long. In his production, it's so soulful. It's straight up a representation of himself and who he is. You know, that's crazy, because I wouldn't be able to compare myself to any rappers or producers, I feel like, at this stage in being an artist, because I think that's something like you earn. Like, you know, you can call yourself a rapper, you can call yourself a producer, but if people aren't like, man, you hear this guy out here rapping, man, he's probably the best rapper out here, you know, that's something you earn. And so I would say I'm an aspiring artist or producer, rapper, whatever. But, you know, who inspires me, it would probably Recently I've really seen like Rakim. I think I find myself imitating a lot of the flows he does in a lot of his songs, lyrics and everything. One of my favorite artists is Smino, and his wordplay is absolutely crazy. I mean, and even down to the ad libs. He has an ad lib where he says Mr. Squidward. He says Mr. Squidward as an ad lib. I can't imagine anybody else doing that and like getting away with it. So that's something that always inspired me. Just he's such a pure talent, but he's, you know, very himself in his music, and I think that really rubs off on his audience also, and they really appreciate that. Favorite bars? Oh. He said lost in the sauce like a broken chip. Yeah, lost in the sauce like a chip broke. What? That's a crazy bar for no reason. I don't know. A lot of them are silly from him that I really like, but you know, one time he said her face all in the cushions like she looking for the remote. Yeah, I don't know. He goes crazy. It's just that's a lot of what comes to mind. Yeah, 3 albums I would definitely say. Number 1, I gotta go with J Dilla Donuts, because you know, I remember listening to that for the first time, and it didn't exactly all hit me at once. I think it took several re-listens before you notice all this stuff, and you kind of get your own ideas of where it's going and what he had in mind with it, because to me, Donuts is like the little things in life, and it's almost like a story that he's telling throughout these instrumentals. And so, you know, and a little story is I just would always go to the gas station up the street, and I'd get myself some donuts and just you know, and I'd just chill like on a nice day and have a little snack, and it's just like those are some little things. And so just, you know, to have those little things to enjoy in life. But other than that, one that has always sat with me is the Offline LP by JPEG Mafia. I still listen to those songs like every day, and it's been a couple of years now. That was probably one of the only albums I've listened to in my lifetime where my jaw was just on the floor throughout the entire listen. And I was, you know, pretty firm that like, wow, like I don't know like how he can top this, but it's not like he's ever gonna stop. I think he's just always gonna be making something incredibly, you know, like groundbreaking in some way. Yeah, absolute machine. He's just always on just super hard working, and just I don't know. I think he's seriously like one of my greatest idols. I've got a couple of his signatures over here. You know, I look up to him in a way that's, you know, because he never thought he'd be in that position, and then he got there, and then it all pays off. He makes it pay off. Third album, you know, third album for me, I would probably have to say Noir by Smino. That record is just phenomenal to me. All of his records, he just doesn't really miss, and Noir especially. I just think that him and his connection with Monty Booker, the way they work together is insane. I've never heard an album that sounds like you're drunk. Like, it just sounds like you're under the influence. It puts you under an influence, and I really enjoy that. It's just pure artistry. Definitely, you know, gotta bring up the fact that I also went to a concert where he was mainly performing Noir, and that concert in his hometown was one of the most memorable and insane moments of my entire life. The energy in the building was just, it was insane. Just, you know, how many people that are supporting him, and you know, just know every word, every lyric, and the instrumentation of his beats. It was like live acoustic performances. It was just incredible. Some of my favorite moments, some of my favorite songs to this day are Spins and Somersault. Those songs especially are just incredible to me. And yeah, always been one of my favorite albums, always been one of my favorite artists. So it's definitely up there. Like the top 3 is just like a jumble, like any single one could be my favorite. Yeah, that's definitely one that sits with me in St. Louis, seeing Smino for the first time, with a joint in my hand. You know, you could barely even hit it just because we're just all jumping up and down. And of course, gotta bring up in Chicago, I think it was Chicago, yeah, Talia Hall, I think, first time seeing JPEG Mafia in concert. Absolutely insane performer. He was flailing all over the stage and didn't miss a single word. You know, and he would completely change up the way he sings or raps in his songs. And you know, the crowd there was electric also. They loved it. Everybody loved it. That we all enjoyed being there. He put on a great performance, and I don't even know how he does it, because you know, yeah, you have to be so athletic to do those things. And yeah, and you know, a more recent one would probably be that Turnstile show we seen, which was just a incredible show. Yeah, like I said, like that, you know, such a incredible performance. The band was amazing. And yeah, the lead singer, I can't remember his name at the moment. Yeah, but he super athletic, absolutely ripped on the stage. So you know, he was he's out there and he gives it his all.